Hey, doesn't get much better than this. A great establishment. Thank you for opening it. We're in San Marcos, one of the most beautiful cities in our state.
That's right.
We're in the greatest state in the United States. And I got to say, when those people are digging themselves out of snow in Washington, D.C., we have weather like this. So we have so many blessings. I'm so glad to be here with Patrick. You know, we had a little campaign meeting the other day because Patrick has been like our #1 surrogate. One time, he went about, I think that was about 6 hours away, to speak on my behalf at an event in Nacogdoches, and we called on him at other times. Carol, you may know, because so many of our state house members, including our youngest generation, are some of the great leaders of our state. I've called on him, and I told him I'd do it until he told me no. But then they started saying, they came in and said, hey, listen, I think you got invited to something, and the organizer of the event said, look, we were a little bit afraid that you would accept, would much rather you have send a surrogate, Patrick Rose. I'm just kidding. But I'm here because I want to work for the people of the state of Texas. I think we need leadership in this state, in the governor's mansion, that is decent, honest, has common sense, is responsible, and treats the people of this state as adults. Wouldn't that be a change? But the fact of the matter is we have a great state. As I mentioned, we have friendly people. We have a very diverse population. We have people with a wide variety of views. The way I think of Texas is it's a state of opportunity. It's a state where in today's Texas, maybe not 50 years ago, but in today's Texas, we can truthfully say that for most of us, doesn't matter who your daddy was, doesn't matter what your first language was, doesn't matter whether you got here a week ago or 100 years ago. If you work hard and play by the rules, you're as much a Texan as everybody else. Isn't that right? But this great state of opportunity won't be as great as it can be if we're one from the bottom. I think it's Patrick, Mississippi that we're ahead of. And the percentage of our adults who have a high school diploma. We will not be the #1 state in the whole country, in the greatest country in the world, if we have, and we do have, for the first time, a generation of young workers, Texans 25 to 35, that have a smaller percentage of those workers have a college degree than people 35 to 55. A smaller percentage of Texans 25 to 35 have college degrees. That's the first time that's ever happened in the history of that state. Is that acceptable in our state? No. It shouldn't be. I mean, the fact is, if we want to be a state of opportunity, a state of the American dream where everybody has a chance of doing better than their parents did, than their grandparents did. If we want to leave that to our kids, we're going to have to do better than we've been doing. And I work hard every day with people like Patrick Rose to make that happen in our state. And there's so much more I could talk about, but I'll tell you what, the weather's too nice outside. People have had a few beers. I'll tell you this. It's a great opportunity for Texans right now because the way that the business is being done by, can I say this, the Perry administration is being exposed. It's not just being exposed by people who vote in the primary that I vote in. I mean, I don't know whether I should even get into it with a district attorney here, but maybe I was naive. I thought in this state that it would be illegal, if not unacceptable and illegal, to sell positions on boards of universities. And if I'm the governor of this state, then I'll appoint people to these positions based on what they can contribute to Texas, not just how much they contribute to Texas. this is something that goes way beyond party. This goes way beyond party. Because the positions in state government are positions of public trust. And those offices on boards and commissions and on various agencies belong to the people of this state. And neither the governor nor anybody else in state government has the ability, has the right to use a position of public trust to advance a personal agenda. Doesn't that make sense to you? But what do you call it? And this has happened in boards and commissions now throughout the state. What do you call it when somebody's appointed to the Texas Tech Board, when somebody looks and sees they've contributed to a campaign that the governor doesn't like? It's a call from a former chief of staff of the governor saying, it's best that you resign now from the board. Otherwise, it could harm the long-term interests of the institutions. What do you call that? I mean, whatever it is, it seems to me like corruption, because it's the use of a public office to advance a personal agenda, and we're better than that in Texas. If you want better than that in Texas, if you want somebody who'll shoot straight with you, if you want somebody who'll work hard and doesn't think they know all the answers, if you want somebody who'll be a servant leader, if you want somebody who, well, I may not have as much hair as some people, but I do know how to get things done, then I need your support. Tell your friends and neighbors. And help not just me, but the people you put in office like Patrick to do their jobs. Because you see, I don't care. I've been around a little while, and I watched, and you watched, some people like both Ann Richards and George W. Bush. I knew them both. And Jesse, they didn't like each other, okay? They really did not like each other. And you know, some of y'all may remember they weren't in the same political party. But when they both were inaugurated and went into office, both of them worked with and respected a political culture which had existed in the legislature, that people would try to find common ground, that people would find common ground to move this state forward. The extreme partisan politics characterized by people who try to put wedge issues on the agenda in order to divide Texans, that's something new in our state. That has occurred under Governor Perry. And I will commit to you to be a governor of this state which will bring the people of this state together and appeal to our better instincts so we can move forward. Thank you, and God bless you.